Yeah, good evening, everyone, or evening all, as we used to say. A very short trek today because the organisers had decided instead of us doing 31k, they'd split it. So we actually finished up doing about 13 today and finishing up at a place called Chasarades. Anyway, we set off a little bit later today, knowing we haven't got so far to go. It was quite a nice blue sky today.
Nice views today, actually. I'd go as far as saying possibly the best views so far on the trek.
Yeah, sliding across the valleys and the various sort of peaks across the massive Central, and that lovely blue colour you get off of a forested area, and really, as Tom says, superb scenery with the sun shining and the sort of the blue haze above some of the forest, and then the very dark green of the forest against the blue sky. I always enjoy looking at that. It's really something I didn't like in an artistry. Where we were going, we were stopped going the wrong way by some workers from the railway. I say the wrong way, that if we'd have carried on what was signposted, it would have been wrong, because the workmen had blocked the crossings over the railway. But fortunately, they'd seen us and sent us on the deviation, and that took us quite steeply up some paths and up the hill. Tom saw a sort of a playground area and nipped off to kick the football, which sort of attracted the interest of a couple of dogs that were behind a fence, and they were a little bit upset about it. I stood in the sunshine, which was great because the temperature soared to what I would have thought was an amazing 3 degrees over the last few days, and then we carried on a very steep climb, because we had to climb up to a ridge which was probably halfway, so about 6 or 7 kilometres from our starting place, and and through woods again, silver birch, beech, that sort of thing. At least I didn't manage to tip myself into the ditch today, which was good for me.
Tumble in slow motion in style yesterday, which I think you've got away with by not mentioning it as much as you could have done yesterday.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
It was very Hollywood.
So that's it thus far. So a short day, so a shorter message for you. But all is well. We're in reasonable health, I think, apart from staggering around. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Hello everyone, another day gone and quite a hard walk, a lot of steep rises, and fortunately, although the day started with it looked like we were going to be snowed out or rained out, the flurries of snow died away and we were able to really press on. Very cold, as you could imagine, with flurries of snow, but I have to say that today's walk was probably the most scenic thus far. We took a couple of pictures of the strange way that they've built railway tunnels here, because Rory, my grandson in Australia, loves trains and anything like that. Thought he'd like seeing pictures of it, but that took us down and under the viaduct to a very pretty village, bubbling and brook that was running through it, really picturesque. And I thought today, I don't know you, Tom, I do think that it was one of the better days from a picturesque point of view.
Yeah, definitely. Nice wooded areas, flowing hills, undulating terrain throughout. Rocky underfoot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately met with a dog early on in the route though, which was quite, I'd say, ferocious. Came towards us, bounding towards us across the field. Luckily we had our walking sticks in hand just in case it came over. And we had a French guy walking alongside us as well, who actually was a little bit startled at it, wasn't he? He'd stepped off to a side which got us thinking, actually, has this dog had lost its owner, maybe?
Yeah, it almost gave us one of those Lassie moments of sort of, or where the dog's trying to find assistance for its owner, and it came and left the French guy, and who actually then called the police. We were concerned that maybe there'd been an accident somewhere, and so we did check the area where the dog had come from, but we didn't find anything untoward and carried on our way.
The French guy actually caught us up later on, and he said in his best English accent, "Were you not scared of the dog?" In our best English accent, we were like, "No, not at all." He's like, "It's unusual, so unusual. I've rang the police. You just don't see that in France. Shouldn't be happening." He wasn't very happy at all, was he? He was pretty scared.
An interesting day in many ways. Very steep hillsides. I initially thought that the area had been been built from the glacier, the ice ages, but it was completely reversed. Actually, it's formed from volcanoes from the distant past. Le Puy, in which we've stayed in, or is a name that's around this area. Puy means volcano, but that's how it comes about that this area was moulded, the Massif Central and Cevennes, all from volcanic action.
I think the train's actually starting to take its toll on the body.
Yeah.
The feet are starting to get a little bit sore now.
Yeah, I think we're both experiencing a bit of that, and also cracked heels. Unfortunately, Dr. Tom has put some of the new skin on that for me whilst he's been performing the same sort of deeds on his own feet. And then the latest insult, as far as I'm concerned, is a tick. And there was a thing on the warning of ticks in the area, and one got me. I sat down to have something for a meal this evening, and I leant down to scratch and suddenly realised that I was getting stares from other members of the people in the restaurant, because there was blood trickling down my legs, and I think that's all it was. It was just a tick bite, but even so, it's a bit embarrassing to have blood trickling down your leg.
Big day ahead tomorrow though, 21k.
Yeah.
We're actually reaching the highest point of the trek so far. We're heading to Le Pont du Mont Vert.
Green Mountain.
Mountain.
We'll see.
You know it's the highest point because there's actually en route there's a ski station, so it's pretty high. We're up at nearly 1700 meters. What's that in feet?
Well over 5,000. I'm still something probably around about 5,000 feet. So it'll keep us ticking over. The good news is, allegedly, is that it's open throughout the year. So from leaving here, I think we get there towards halfway point on the route. Is that we can have a snack and a drink, get some hot chocolate down us at the ski resort,
which wasn't available today. We had breakfast this morning, and then we didn't eat again until we arrived at the auberge.
No, because you got a couple of Mars bars and Irons bars to keep us going.
Just to keep us going, which is one of the toughest parts of the route so far. Really, is the fact that you can't really get much food en route.
That's right.
So you're just hitting it on water, which is fine, but it's a lot of time on your feet, and you need the nutrition to keep you pushing through.
Yeah, that's true, and because of the snow and the other things, it has been a little bit more difficult, I think, than
burning calories quickly with the cold.
But in saying that, absolutely great scenery, long distance views over the Massif Central, and from which we'll be moving into Cevennes in the next couple of days. I'll look back on with some regret, I think. So, as always, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
Who's are indeed.
Take care.
Meals on Wheels takes great pride in advocating for the elderly across our communities. We provide daily meals to hundreds of homebound, disabled, and infirm seniors throughout the Cayman Islands all year. With your help, Meals on Wheels can create a permanent home, allowing us the opportunity to meet one of the greatest needs in the community, as well as provide a social space for our seniors to escape loneliness and isolation. Donate now at www.pledgeasenior.com and note Trek for MOW Home.